First of all, Minister, thanks for coming in. Last Monday, Deputy Corona and myself met students in St. Coon's College in Castle Blakeney, and today you see right around the country, those students last Monday gave up their dinner time and went out, or their lunch break, and went out to stand together in solidarity, looking for basically the hybrid system that they believe they deserve. I believe they deserve, and in fairness, I think most TDs around the country believe that the choice should be given to those pupils. Today we see around Ireland students in different parts of the country looking for the same. And bear in mind that an awful lot of families, unfortunately, has been affected by the COVID with lost time, and also for teachers. We must remember this as well. I was surprised, and rather surprised, to hear that Taoiseach at Leaders today, when he stated that there may be difficulties because there may not be enough of college places. So are we now saying that you sit the Leaving Cert exam because we'll be able to start to make sure that X amount will get in and X amount won't? Because I'd be very worried about that. And Minister, your department needs to go back, look at this. I'm going to hand you a copy of the letter when the rest of them are talking about it.
Thank you, Councillor. I would like to thank the deputies for raising this issue and allowing me to address the matter. At the outset, I'd like to say that I am very much aware of the disruption experienced by students who are due to take their Leaving Certificate examinations this year, the class of 2022. It is welcome that schools reopened at the normal time after the Christmas holidays, and I know that schools are working tirelessly to deliver the best possible education experience for students, and I think it's important to say that. All planning for the 2022 examinations is guided by the prevailing public health advice and will have regard to the well-being of students. The Department of Education continues to engage with the partners in education on all matters relating to the Leaving Certificate 2022 examinations. The next meeting of the Advisory Group on State Examinations is planned for tomorrow. The Advisory Group includes representatives of students, parents, teachers and school leaders, as well as representatives of the State Examinations Commission, the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, Higher Education and my department. Adjustments to the exam papers for the 2022 state examinations were announced in August of 2021. These adjustments were designed to take account both of the disruption to learning experienced by students in the early part of 2021, as well as providing for some possible further disruption in the 21-22 academic school year. The adjustments ensure that the overall structure of the examinations remain intact, but allow for greater choice for students. Revised arrangements for Leaving Certificate oral examinations in Irish and the modern foreign languages and the practical performance tests in Leaving Certificate music were announced last month. These examinations will now take place outside of school time over the first week of the school Easter holidays. By moving these examinations to the Easter holidays, the State Examinations Commission aims to minimise disruption to teaching and learning, especially for those candidates preparing for their examinations, as this change will specifically limit teacher absence from schools. The SEC, the State Examinations Commission, also recently provided some further information to schools regarding aspects of the 2022 state examinations. This included postponing commencement of assessment of what are known as the Leaving Certificate Applied February tasks from the 31st of January to the 14th of February. Schools were also reminded of the flexibility which is available regarding the dates for completion and authentication of coursework for Leaving Certificate candidates. I've also announced that an alternative set of Leaving Certificate examinations will be run in 2022, shortly after the conclusion of the main set of examinations. This will be for students who are unable to sit the main set of examinations for various reasons, including COVID-19 illness, bereavement or serious illness. Finally, the Department of Education has also provided a suite of guidance materials agreed with the education partners to enable schools to mediate the curriculum safely for all pupils and students in a COVID-19 context. The Department of Education will continue to engage with all partners in education on all matters relating to Leaving Certificate 2022 examinations, and as I've said, a meeting of the Advisory Group on Planning for State Examinations 2022 has been planned for tomorrow, Thursday. As previously outlined, this group represents the widest possible experience of stakeholders in education, students, parents, teachers and managerial bodies. And I do think it's important that this advisory group has been in operation for a considerable amount of time. Their last meeting was on the 20th of December, where the final arrangements as regards the examinations for the orals and the musical practicals and the decision around that was taken then. The next meeting, as I say, is taking place tomorrow, and I look forward to that opportunity tomorrow to again hear the views and thoughts and the experiences of everybody around the table. I think they have played a vital role up to this point in terms of determining how we proceed, and I think it's important that they be afforded that opportunity also tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. And now each member has only 30 seconds.
Right, thanks, Minister. First of all, schools were opened, but what you have to realise, Minister, is that there was a lot of families got COVID, a lot of teachers got COVID, and there was total disruption. On top of that, it's interesting to hear that teachers, when you talk to them around the country, a lot of them would have said that they were surprised at unions talking when they weren't consulted by it. And I don't think we should be even debating here, should children have the choice. I think this should be a thing going forward every year, in my opinion. You talk about the group that's going to meet tomorrow. With everything you're outlining there, I wouldn't hold out much hope. And I think, Minister, you should respect the children of what they're gone through right around this country and give them the choice.
Again, I'd like to thank the deputies for their various contributions, and I will note their contributions. I have taken the opportunity previously to outline to you the progress and consultation that has to this point taken place, and it has been a process of progress and consultation, which is important, as I've already outlined to you. It's a consultation with the widest possible representation of stakeholders through the advisory body, and that includes students, and they have been very much part of the process, and that process continues tomorrow, and I think that's right and proper. It has been the hallmark of progress to this point in terms of Leaving Certificate 2022, and indeed I would say equally so for 20 and 21. I wish to again emphasise that I'm acutely aware of the disruption caused to students in sitting, those that are taking the exam in 22, and the Department will continue to engage with education stakeholders to ensure that the best interests of all students is at the heart of all decisions made in relation to Leaving Certificate 2022. Again, I want to point out that there has been an ongoing engagement of planning in terms of prior to the return to school. Plans were put in place in terms of accommodations to the paper, as I've outlined earlier, other accommodations in terms of a second sitting of the exam, other updates then in terms of provision of exams at Easter time, outside of school time. And again, as I say, there will be a further opportunity tomorrow to hear all voices and all opinions in an open and what has always been a constructive manner at these advisory group meetings. That will be afforded to each of the stakeholders tomorrow to articulate their view, their experience, their representative thoughts and ideas on the next stages of development for the process. And I look forward to that opportunity. I have always supported that opportunity for the widest possible stakeholder engagement, including, as I've said, with students, and I will continue to do that. And I think that's a proper process, and I think it's right and proper that we have that opportunity and it be facilitated tomorrow. Thank you, Oireachtas.